Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. We're listening, watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. It's another edition of the Make We Talk program. This evening, you're supposed to have our good friend, the teacher, the man who hailed from Waterhouse, Wilfred Rattigan, on. But Mr. Rattigan is on a vacation. He's taking a leave from his program, which is that he's well deserved. All of us need to take a break for a while, and rejuvenate ourselves and do what we have to do, because we do this to educate and enlighten the Jamaican people. This do not pay our bills, but we do it because we need our people to know the truth of what is going on in our country. So Wilfred Rattigan will be back soon. He will be back soon. Don't worry about it. Will Rattigan will be back soon. He's not going off indefinitely off social media. He's just taking a break. As I said before, he's taking a break because he needs to do other stuff. He's an attorney at law, of course, and he has his law practice to take care of. So Will Rattigan will be back on Regent Rattigan very, very soon. Very, very soon, to speak to us about what is going on in our country, as he's dubbed Jamaica's fearless leader, the man who hailed from Waterhouse. Wilfred Samuel Rattigan, the man who knows what it's like to eat dumpling and butter and tin mackerel. He doesn't consider himself above anybody. But that's Will Rattigan. He will be back with us soon. Welcome to the program. This evening I'm going to have with me Senator Lambert Brown. Will be speaking to us about Dr. Dixon and what is going on with the medical code of ethics. And they're penalizing Dr. Dixon now because he ran as a member of parliament for the People's National Party. Whether they're penalizing because he ran on the PNP ticket, I don't know. we're yet to find out that. We're going to have commentary from Senator Brown. He's going to speak to us about it. And we are going to speak some more about what is going on in Jamaica. There is a video that I want to play for us all, for all men in particular, for the men who watch this program. Jamaican men have a mentality about them that when it comes on to going to the doctor, we refuse to go to the doctor. As I said before, this program, good afternoon, everybody. Good evening, everybody on the platform, all the students in the chat room. Those who are just joining us, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening. What about Dr. Kenneth Barr? Brian. Good evening, everybody. These glasses need changing again, you know. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the program. A lot of us Jamaican men refuse to go to the doctor. And when issues reach us, that's the time we're running to the doctor. Jamaican men don't do medical checkup. We refuse to do medical checkup. And because we refuse to do medical checkup, then we have issues in the longer run. We don't do checkup to say, okay, let's do this checkup and see if anything happened to me or whatever. We don't do those things. We refuse to do those things. So we're going to speak about it. Well, we're going to ask a question tonight, Lady Williams. We will ask a question tonight as soon as Senator Brown comes on. We're going to speak about issues facing our country. We're going to speak about health issues. As I said before, many of us men refuse to go to the doctor because we don't want to know what's going on. We believe that we know everything. We don't want to go to the doctor. Well, as I said before, the Make We Talk program won't be about politics every single day. There's another politics facing us in Jamaica. We have health issues facing us. We have other issues facing us. It's not about politicians alone. And we're going to speak about a lot of issues facing us also. So I want to say thank you all for coming on the program. Thank you all for being a part of this program this evening. I only have 121 people on. Hopefully we get some more people to come on. You know, I realize if we don't talk about politics, nobody don't want to come on because they want to listen about politics. Sometimes, honestly, I don't want to talk about politics. I'm being honest with you. Sometimes I just want to talk about issues, other issues, more than politics. And you know, we don't want to talk about that. So this evening, we're going to talk to Senator Lambert Brown about Dr. Dixon. As the topic says, stand up for Dr. Dixon. Stand up for justice. It cannot be that because, well, there's a medical code of ethics, I was told. I have never read it. I haven't seen it. I heard people talking about it. And the young man decided to run, the doctor decided to run as a PNP candidate in the last general election. And now he's being penalized. Now he's being penalized because of this. Well, because he's being penalized, apparently some members of the hierarchy of the Labour Party have issues with a lot of things that has been said by other members of the People's National Party and civil society. Well, we're going to speak about that tonight, this evening. It is now 4:44, 3:44 in Jamaica. And in the meantime, we're going to open the phone lines also for people to call in. But before I do that, the Troy Bridge, apparently, the Troy Bridge is under construction now. You remember that Troy Bridge that lead from Trelawney to somewhere in Manchester there? And it take them a long time to start this bridge. Well, here it is. Here it is. That's the Troy Bridge right now. It's under construction. And hopefully they will build it strong. I hope they put enough steel and thing in that waterbed there. Because sometimes they will spend millions and millions of dollars on a project, you know, and they don't do good at all. So that's the Troy Bridge coming up. That's the Troy Bridge there. The NWA is doing work on the Troy Bridge. Those who remember that there was an issue with the Troy Bridge collapsed. Member of Parliament for that area and Minister and opposition spokesperson on transport, Michael Phillips, came on this program, another program, and speak about the Troy Bridge. Takes a long time for them to start the Troy Bridge, though. But the Troy Bridge is up and going now. There it is, up and going, and hopefully it can finish soon. That the children who have to traverse all the way around to take taxi and cost their parents thousands of dollars, they may get a relief pretty soon that they can walk that area. They want to say good evening to Lady Tem. Sister Tem, how you doing? Boy, I want to make a soup this evening. Sister Tem, good evening to you. So there you have it. The Troy Bridge is under construction, and hopefully, as I said before, the children can get some relief from some of them walk, and some of the parents are spending money that they don't have to take a different turn and take buses and taxis all over the place. All over the place. They're taking buses and taxis to go home and to go to school. So hopefully the NWA is building this bridge properly. And my question this evening, though, you know, the Jamaica Defense Force have Army Corps of Engineers. Why is it I didn't ask the JDF to build this bridge here? The Troy Bridge. The JDF have the capability, they know how to do these things, you know. Yes. They have the capability to do it. But do they have the equipment to do it? We don't know. But they have the capability to build all of these bridges in Jamaica. The JDF, at one point, if my memory serves me correctly, the United States Army rate Jamaica Defense Force as one of the best in the Western Hemisphere when it comes on to training and so forth. And that's why I know the JDF can build certain things. The JDF can build houses. The JDF can build bridges. But because they have to get kickback, they don't want the JDF to go there. Because they have to give their friends and cronies contract. And sometimes the friends and cronies don't know how to build anything. They don't own a construction company. But as their party going to power, that's the time they're going to register a construction company. They don't have nothing. They don't have no truck. They don't have anything. But they have a construction company. And when the friends and cronies get in there, they get money to go and buy all these trucks and tractors and all those things. So that's why they don't want certain things to go to other people in this country. And when you hear that government vehicles, like all the ambulance at the hospitals, broke down, can't fix up, the JDF has the capability the JDF have the capability to fix up these vehicles. And I keep on saying on this program, when it comes on to ambulance and those things, why they can't give the JDF mechanics to fix these things? Because the JDF have the capability of doing it. But when you see these things going on in this country, it's because they have to give their friends and cronies, and them have to get a cut out of it too. That is why they don't recommend certain things. And that is why every 5 years you hear about road and water. That's the only thing that can run on in this country. It cannot be that we're 63 years old and all we can run on in Jamaica. All they can run on in Jamaica when election time come around. Yeah? When election time come around, you hear them talk about, we'll give you road. We'll make sure you have water in your pipe. Every single 5 years, and we say, yay! At 63 years old, that's all they can run on every year, every 5 years. So I hope that this bridge that they're building at the NWA is building in the riverbed up by Troy there in Trelawney, that they're building it properly. I don't know why they didn't give the JDF this bridge to build. Because it's not done for now, You think it's not done for now? Don't be surprised when it costs overrun happening on this bridge. Good night, London, England. What time now is in London? It is now 4:52 here and 3:52 in the land of wood and water, I think. Yeah, 4:52, yes. So I don't know why they didn't give this to the JDF to build. But of course, they're not going to do that. And don't be surprised if this bridge don't finish build yet. You're not going to finish build for now. Because somebody have to nyama food out of it. Over 2.5, nearly 3 years now, this bridge. The people is inconvenient. They have been inconvenient about this bridge. There's no way for them to travel. They have to travel all the way around to Timbuktu. And now the bridge is under construction. As I said before, I pray and hope that this bridge is built properly. Hope this bridge is built properly. There is an issue that is coming out where some people are saying that Mr. Golden, Mark Jefferson Golden, shouldn't be the one calling. He must meet with the Minister of Justice. When I listen to some people chat, they say, I realize they're chatting some nonsense. The opposition leader of Jamaica have all right to write to the Prime Minister of Jamaica about any issue. About any issue. Opposition leader Mark Jefferson Golden, the People's Opposition, has the right to write to the Prime Minister of Jamaica on any issue that he seems fit. And he has the right to demand a meeting of the Prime Minister. So when you have some people chatting some nonsense, you ask yourself the question if these people have any education or any cabeza. Mr. Golden wrote a letter to the Prime Minister about the Constitution Committee and the Constitution reform. And some people are saying that he is the Minister of Justice he must write to. the opposition leader of Jamaica, the people's of, I can take off this tribridge, yeah. The opposition leader of Jamaica, Jamaica's opposition, has the right to draft a letter to the Prime Minister of Jamaica demanding a meeting or asking for a meeting. It doesn't matter who is the Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs. It is 9:52 in London. Thank you. It does not matter who is the Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs. It could be Delroy Chuck. It doesn't matter who it is. Mr. Golden, Mark Jefferson Golden, the people's opposition, the king's opposition in Jamaica. Mr. Golden is a part of the government of this country. And he has a right to demand or ask for a meeting. So for those who go around chatting nonsense, that Mark Golden have no right to ask for any meeting, he must go ask the Minister of Justice. Have you ever heard about the Royal talk? Does any of you know the meaning of Royal, by the way? For those who are talking, do you know what Royal is? For those who are talking on transport platform and all kind of platform, do you know what Royal is? Edward Siaga used to ask Michael Manley for meeting. Michael Manley used to ask Edward Siaga for meeting. Bruce Golden asked PJ for meeting. PJ asked Bruce Golden for meeting. Mama P asks who should we ask for meeting, and meeting happens. So don't come and tell the people of this country that Mark Golden have no right to ask the Prime Minister for a meeting. Who the hell is the Prime Minister? He's a servant of the people of this country. And so is Mr. Golden. And Mr. Golden is writing a letter on behalf of the Jamaican people, asking for a meeting of the Prime Minister about matters that is concerning the people of this country. The Constitution of Jamaica. They're having constitution reform. Mr. Golden seat fit because Mr. Golden is the opposition spokesperson. And Constitution. But Mr. Golden seat fit not to ask Delroy Chuck about a meeting. He seat fit to ask the Prime Minister of this country for a meeting. And Mr. Golden is in his right to ask for a meeting. It's the same way the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Andrew Holness, can write to the opposition leader asking for a meeting. I wonder how some people really think in this country. You know? I wonder how some Jamaicans really think in this country. We labor our mouth and we don't know anything. Huh? We labor our mouth and we don't ask questions. The opposition leader is the king's opposition in Jamaica. The people's opposition. Let me repeat this. Mark Jefferson Golden, leader of the opposition of Jamaica, has the sole right to draft a letter addressing the Prime Minister of Jamaica for a meeting on issues facing this country. And the main issue that Mr. Golden wrote to the Prime Minister about is the constitution reform. So for those who are saying that Mr. Golden, the people's opposition, the king's opposition, have no right to draft a letter to the Prime Minister, you people need to educate on yourself, you know. Go and educate on yourself. Go and educate on yourself. Do not go out there and make yourself look like an ass. I saw the letter that the opposition leader wrote to the Prime Minister. And he has a right to draft that letter to the Prime Minister. I don't want the opposition leader don't want to speak to the opposition to the Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs. He wants to sit down with the Prime Minister to speak to him. Do you want Jamaica's final court to be the Privy Council in London, or do you want the Caribbean Court of Justice to be Jamaica's final court of appeal? It does not make any sense that you're going to reform a constitution. You're going to reform a constitution to say bye-bye to King Charles, but yet you're hanging on King Charles' court. It make any sense? You're still hanging on King Charles' court. Jamaica is paying money to the Caribbean Court of Justice because Jamaica helped to form the Caribbean Court of Justice. So we pay our dues. It does not make any sense for we to be saying, bye-bye King, bye-bye Charlie, and what your wife name? Camilla, what does she want name? Bye-bye. We don't want to no more to govern this country. But what we want from you though, although we're not kick it to the curve, we want to hang on same way to your court in London. That make any sense, people? That makes absolutely no sense. So when Mr. Mark Jefferson Golden, leader of the opposition, the people's opposition, sit down and draft a letter to the Prime Minister, those people are commenting in social media. Educate on yourself and stop making yourself be a damn idiot. Educate on yourself, man. Mr. Golden have a right to demand or ask for a meeting from the Prime Minister. And so is the Prime Minister have the right to draft a letter to the leader of the opposition asking for a meeting. We need to educate ourselves some more before we come and speak about issues that we know not of. And that is why I will listen to when people call me off air and say, Jeffrey, you did something when I write. I take no criticism sometimes. It get to me, you know. Don't get me wrong, and so I say something when I write. I apologize about it too. But you have to listen. You have to listen. And in that body of letter, that 2-page that Mr. Golden wrote to the Prime Minister, if you all read it, I wish I had put it up here. Mr. Golden has concerns about issues that they want to put in the Constitution and they want to put in the Constitution. One of the issues, as I said before, it cannot be that we not say bye-bye to King Charles, but hang on for King Charles' court. As what is always said, how on earth can we, how many Jamaicans can afford to go to the court in London for an appeal? How many people below Crossroad can afford to do it? Is either Jamaica decide to have its own court of appeal, or you just go with what is going on in CARICOM, the Caribbean Court of Appeal, I should say. We have been a part of the Caribbean Court of Appeal for many years. We helped to form the Caribbean Court of Appeal, the CCJ, Caribbean Court of Justice, rather. So why is it that we can't stick to the Caribbean Court of Justice? Why do we want to say bye-bye to the king, but yet we hang on to the king court? So when the king decides to say, look here, Una tell me bye-bye, but you know why me court me not now. Una come back up here, I don't want to know here. But you know what happened to us? Many of us love the pomp and pageantry of the crown, you know. Because many of us will get the order of old donkey, and the order of this and the order of that. But my honest opinion, majority of the people getting order of this and order of that don't deserve it. Because in my honest opinion, there's a lot of people get order of this and order of that are notorious criminals, child molesters and human traffickers. But yet, some of them don't want to say bye-bye to King Charles. Many of them, even myself, was saying, when we say bye-bye to King Charles, is it going to change the price of bread in this country? Is it going to change the rampant killing in this country by the JCF? Is it going to change that Jamaica's debt is paid off? No. No. What we, the Jamaican people, must say to the powers may be, to Mr. Golden and all of them, Prime Minister Honas and all of them, we, the Jamaican people, at 63 years old, it's full time for us to vote for a Prime Minister and a President. It is full time for the Jamaican people must have a say in how this Constitution is formulated. It is full time that we, the Jamaican people, must be educated about this Constitution. As I spoke to Lady Donna Scott Motley, Senator Donna Scott Motley, about this Constitution, and I said it to her. Senator Motley, it's full time the Jamaican people have a say in how the Constitution of Jamaica is formulated. The Jamaican Constitution was formulated for the people of the Vumvavon, the Vumvavi. and the people of Great Britain and the people of Upper St. Andrew and Norbrook, but never the people who live below Crossroad. We need to have a say. When they have a referendum, we the people must have a say. They spend millions of dollars, and majority of Jamaicans have never seen a town hall meeting pertaining to the Constitution. Waste of taxpayers' money. Under the former minister, Marlene Malahoo Fort, whatever her name is. But we must have a say. And they must make sure, down to the very common man in this country, understand what the Constitution is all about. Every single individual in this country should be able to say to a policeman, if you don't have a warrant, you can't come on my property. Because you know the right, you know your fundamental right, formulated by the Constitution of the country. Every single Jamaican should have a copy of the Constitution. The American Constitution is in a small book like this phone. Small like this phone. And Jamaica should have some thick books, sir. We should be able to go to the Jamaica Library, to go to JIS, and a copy of the Constitution is there waiting on you. The Constitution should be in every single school in this country. But no, as what somebody said, they rather keep the Jamaican people's fool. Remind them that PM is what? Monkey from England. Money from England. Listen to me. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, we must say to them, you cannot be saying that we want this. You ask us what we want. That's what I don't understand with these people, you know. They will go there and say this is what we the people want. You don't ask us what we need, but you're going to tell us what we want. You're going to say, okay, this is what we need. No. For those who are just joining us, welcome to the program. This evening program will be focusing on stand up for justice for Dr. Dixon. He ran as a caretaker, MP caretaker in the last election, and now he's being victimized by the health sector in this country. My special guest this evening will be Senator Lambert Brown. But we are speaking about a letter that Mr. Golden wrote to the Prime Minister, and some people have issues with it. I want you to listen to an interview done by Jamaica radio station there. I don't want to listen to it, but I have to listen to it. Listen to this.
Constitutional matter. It's not the Prime Minister, it's not the leader of the opposition that called for this meeting. It is the Prime Minister that called for the meeting. And we're careful to watch his words or he frames it. He's not calling the Prime Minister to this meeting. The Prime Minister at the inauguration called him to this meeting. That's my first thought on that. The other thing I would suggest to the Prime Minister is if you meet with Mr. Golden, make sure everything that is said is recorded. I heard the Marlene Malahoo Fort in our parliamentary presentation play that clip of the leader of the opposition agreeing to the matters that are not entrenched in the Constitution. We're going to leave those for the second phase, and we go ahead with what we can agree on at the first phase. And he copped out on it. And there are so many things.
Then if he decide to come out of it, if Mr. Golden, who's a well-trained attorney at law, realize that he may say to the former minister, Marlene Malahuford, that yes, we're going to agree with this. But when he go home, he decides, okay, I'm going to research certain things and come back and say to her, no, I can't agree with it. I'm sorry. Is something wrong with that? Is there something wrong with that? I don't think anything is wrong with that. Listen to some more what this man is saying.
That this man has changed his mind and his mouth on. That one would be foolhardy, an idea is stupid to just go to a meeting with this man without having mutual people who are in the sensible center participate in that meeting. And
does this man know that Mr. Golden have a right to ask for a meeting? And those two people on Nationwide, jail PFM, can't correct this man. It does not matter if the Prime Minister in his inaugural speech said that they're going to meet with the opposition leader. The opposition leader see it fit now to draft a letter to the Prime Minister stating, listen to me, I want to have a meeting pertaining to the Constitution. And there's some issues in the Constitution that we just talk about. What is wrong with these people? What is really wrong with these people? I think there's something wrong with the cabeza of these people, you know.
as a matter of fact, every meeting that he has with this man, if they are private, if they are not in the public domain, should have somebody else there, because he's gonna change his mind when it suits him.
All right. Yeah. I've been reflecting on this, and I worried during the election campaign that it would have been hard to come back from where we went in that campaign.
Yeah, the campaign went far and wide, very deep.
And I think I understand what Agent is saying, because there's a way in which this process is going to require the Prime Minister to be extremely magnanimous. This is a man who has been lied about, viciously attacked, his wife.
Hold on there. You want to go down that road? You want to go down that road nationwide? We have lied about the Prime Minister and attacked the Prime Minister's wife. What about Sandra Golden? So nobody attacked Sandra Golden. Nobody attacked Mark Golden. You people allow Eval Warmington to be saying that Mark Jefferson Golden wasn't born in Jamaica, when the man was born in Jamaica. And you people have the nerve and the temerity to be saying that
His children, and I suppose leadership requires you to rise above it, but...
So hold on there now. They went about and they talk about Mr. Golden should be charged for child molestation because he do X, Q, Y, Z with Mrs. Golden when she was 14 years old. And you people in the media in Jamaica heard that. And no one in the media said, no must stop saying it. And you come and talking about during the campaign Andrew Holness was targeted, lied upon, attacked his wife. So when Mr. Gold got to the parliament and said that he doesn't believe in his budget speech that the wife of the prime minister should be in charge of one arm of government, something is wrong with that. In no well-thinking democracy, I can repeat it. In no well-thinking democracy can you have a prime minister in charge of one arm of government and the wife in charge of another arm of government. That is a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe for dictatorship, for dictatorship. It reminds me of the people of what happened in Sri Lanka. And I still believe that Mrs. Holness could have held a different position in Parliament somewhere, but not as Speaker of the House of Representatives. Will Mrs. Holness tabled the Integrity Commission report come Tuesday? And if her husband's name and other members of the Parliament name on her side is on the paper, if her name is on the paper too, will she allow it to go through? Will she accuse herself from the Parliament allowed to go through? I said to you already, you know. The Parliament cannot investigate the Parliament. The JCF cannot investigate the JCF. My question this evening, many questions I have, is Mrs. Holness, will she allow the reports to go through to be tabled in the Parliament? If her husband's name is on it, or her name is on it, will she allow it to go through? Jamaicans, we have spoken about so many things in this country. And we must always remember that we the people pay them. And we the people have the ultimate say in our hands. But we allow them to believe that they are Bull Duppy and Duppy Conqueror. And when you have media houses refuse to be media houses, but they rather be governed by the government, and refuse to speak justice and speak the truth, then the media landscape in our country has gone to the dogs. And if we can't come out and say, yes, Andrew Holness' family was dragged through the mud according to that radio station, but you must also speak the truth. But you must also speak the truth. that on your same station, on many occasions when I'm listening to it, people call in and say that Mark Gold must go to England. Only no want no white man running no. To show you that Everett Warmington believe that his fellow Jamaicans are a bunch of nincompoop. Why Everett Warmington said what he said? Because Everett Warmington know the truth about Mr. Golden. But they went up and they talk about this and they talk about that. And the Jamaican people take it up and run with it. The same way some of them don't know that the opposition leader has a right to formulate a letter asking for a meeting from the Prime Minister. And they're saying that the Prime Minister mustn't go. Because Golden have no right to ask wholeness for no meeting. Is that so? Is that so? The opposition is a part of the government, you know. It's the people's opposition. They're a part of the government. If you believe that Mr. Golden has no right to ask for a meeting from the Prime Minister, then something is fundamentally wrong with your psyche. And my question about the Constitution this evening, as we stand by to join Senator Lambert Brown to come on and speak to us. If Jamaica decide to say bye-bye to the king, are we going to keep the pomp and pageantry of what comes with the office of the GG? You'd have to change certain things within the JCF. Because the Jamaica Defense Force belongs to the king. It's the king's defense force. For those who don't understand, for those who don't know, the Jamaica Defense Force belongs to the King of England. So Mr. Golden has a right to speak on issues that is going to happen, that is going to go on in the Constitution. Issues of national importance. Issues that will affect the Jamaican people. In the Constitution, will there be fixed election date? In the new Constitution, Prime Minister Holness, will there be fixed election date? In the new Constitution, Prime Minister Holness, will there be term limits? In the new Constitution, Mr. Holness, will there be recall of ministers or of MPs? One moment for me. I want to take a quick break here. Just a moment here. One moment, please, Miss Sandra. Just a moment here, please. I'm going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Within our first 100 days of government, we will start the legislative process to fix the date for general elections in Jamaica. So no government will be able to come and make false promises and hide the truth and tell you half-truths and trick you into voting for them, and then when them win, them throw on poison for you.
100 days to fix election date, still I wait for the promise to fulfill. One broken promise after another. Laughable, as we say. None of your promises are fulfilled yet, boss. So we there are wait.
Within the first 100 days of our government, we will start the legislative process to institute impeachment proceedings in Parliament. This will add
impeachment proceeding in Parliament. All know that not happen. So who lie? We're standing by. It's now 5:21. It's now 5:21. We're standing by now to get to join Senator Lambert Brown. Yes, I want you to listen to something here. We're going to switch gear in a minute and go over to prostate cancer. A lot of us men refuse to go to the doctor. We're going to speak about that soon. We need to let these people who are going to draft our new constitution, that we need certain things in there. We need certain things in there. And the people must understand. It cannot be because you love a party. You allow a party to do what they want to do. And in the next 5 years, dog now will support the country. And when a person come on to speak to you about what is going on, come on, people. You must understand certain things, you know. You must understand certain things. You all must understand that when we come on air here, we don't come on air as a member of the PNP or the JLP or any party. We come on air as Jamaicans trying to educate you people. You may have a point there, Lady Williams, that Jamaica may never come a republic under this administration because they spend some money. They spend some money. Someone call for money. Where half of the Jamaican people haven't even seen a town hall meeting in their neck of the woods talking to them about the constitution of the country. They spend millions of dollars. Millions and millions of dollars were spent. And until now, there are certain things that the people would love to speak to them about at these town hall meetings. I remember when Jerry Small, Bongo Jerry Small, was at a town hall meeting with Marlene Mallow Ford. And she asked Bongo, she asked Jerry, Jerry, have you gotten a copy of the booklet? Jerry said, who are you talking to me? Don't talk to me. She said, what you said? Jerry said to her, you know what start the American Revolution? And let me see Jerry Small sister. Jerry went on to say, you can stay there. You soon see you soon see this. Fire them must still think a cool breeze. Jerry Small told the then minister that. Because you know why? They don't consult with the people. And it cannot be that you have a country named Jamaica and you don't consult with your people and issues that are going to face them in the longer run. You need to consult with your people. You need to consult with your people. You have to consult with your people. And so, as they have meetings, and the opposition leader called for a meeting, we must ensure and we must say to the opposition leader and to the Prime Minister that we, the people, must have a say in how this constitution is being formulated. That we, the people, want a government of the people, for the people, and by the people. That we, the people, need to vote for a Prime Minister and a President. We don't want a ceremonial Prime Minister or a ceremonial President. Appointed Prime Minister or appointed President. We don't want that. Some people within the constitutional reform, lawyers and other people will say, Jeffrey, no, we want to have it the way how it is or whatever. Yes, you may want that way. But my thing is this. When will we, the people, have a say in how our country is being run? When will we, the people, have a say in how the constitution is being formulated? When will we people vote for a prime minister or a president? When? We need to have a say. And we need that an election we can say, okay, we're going to vote for Mas Joe as prime minister. We cannot, in the sense of having a constitution where we don't vote for the prime minister. From 1962 until this blessed day, the Jamaican people has never voted for a prime minister in this country. We have never voted for a prime minister in this country. Never. In our 63 years of independence. When will we vote for a prime minister in this country? We have never done that. And I think we need to. I personally think that we need to vote for a prime minister. And if we go Republic, we must vote for the president too. Yes. We must vote for the president too. For far too long, when an election is called, we vote for the MP. The people of Mr. Horner's constituency voted for him to be MP. The Jamaican people never vote for Mr. Horner to become Prime Minister. At no time at all has the Jamaican people voted for any Prime Minister in this country. None. When will we vote for a Prime Minister in this country? When will we, the people, we, the favorite few, vote for a prime minister in this country. Huh? When will we do so? There's no 5:30, 4:30 in the land of wood and water. When can our people have a say? The Constitution of Jamaica was never a constitution for the people of this country. If my memory serves me correctly, let me look for this thing here. The Constitution of Jamaica is an order in council. As what Mr. Golden said, if we want to leave the British monarch, the state and the British monarch, Privy Council, as the final court of appeal, it cannot be. And that is why Mr. Golden wrote this letter to the Prime Minister. It cannot be that if we want to say bye-bye to King Charles, we hang on for King Charles' coat same jacket same way and say, Papa King, although we tell you bye-bye, you know, we want to hang on for your coat. We want to hang on your coat. So when Mr. Golden wrote to the Prime Minister, Mr. Golden has the right to ask for a meeting from Andrew Holness as Prime Minister. If Mr. Golden wanted a meeting from Delroy Truck, he would have written the letter to Delroy Truck. But he wrote the letter to Mr. Golden. He wrote the letter to Mr. Holness. Mr. Golden drafted the letter, addressed it to Andrew Michael Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica. And he has a right to do so. So for those who, and I keep on repeating it, and I forget in the cabeza, for those who think that Mr. Holness, that Mr. Golden has no right to do it, think again. Don't go anywhere from me, please, people. We're going to take a quick break.
Within our first 100 days of government, we will start the legislative process to fix the date for general elections in Jamaica. So no government will be able to come and make false promises and hide the truth and tell you half-truths and trick you into voting for them, and then when them win, them throw on poison for you.
100 days.
Welcome back to the program. We're listening, watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. This is the Make Talk program. It is now 5:34, 4:34 in the land of wood and water. I am Jeffrey Tavares of the Make Talk program. At 5 o'clock, Jamaica time, 6 o'clock US time, we'll be joined none other than the man himself, Senator Lambert Brown, trade unionist. He'll be coming on the program to speak to us some more about Dr. Dixon and what the health sector And I think that there's a code. They're saying that there's a code in the health sector. Well, not in the health sector. There's a code within the sector itself that I don't know if it prevent people from running in an election. I don't know because I have never seen it. I've never read it. But I want Senator Brown to come and explain it some more to us so that we can understand it. But in the meantime, we're talking about a letter that opposition leader Mr. Mark Golding wrote to Prime Minister Andrew Holness. And some commentators out there is saying, critics out there is saying that Mr. Golding should write the letter to the Minister of Justice, Delroy Chuck. Let me make something clear too now. Edward Seaga write letter to Michael Manley. Michael Manley write letter to Edward Seaga many times to meet. And as I said before, for those who do not know, go and Google it. You all know what Veer Royal is? You ever hear about Veer Royal talk? Have you ever heard about the Veer Royal talk by the prime ministers of this country? Although Veer Royal right now look like some old dilapidated building. But have you heard about Veer Royal? I'm pretty much sure you've heard about Veer Royal. On many occasions, prime ministers over the years have wrote to their counterparts and they have Veer Royal talk. So Mr. Golding write to the Prime Minister for a Veer Royal talk. He has a right to do it. So is the Prime Minister have a right to ask for a meeting with the leader of the opposition. And listen to me, I don't Star Girl and go to no bathroom. Why Star Girl is something else, you know. I didn't go to the bathroom. And even if I go to the bathroom, I'm already go to the bathroom too, yes. Yes, so as we stand by to join Senator Lambert Brown, I want to switch away from the letter the opposition leader wrote to Prime Minister Andrew Holness and speak to you now on something that we men, especially men in Jamaica, refuse to go and get a medical checkup. And for God in heaven's sake, Jamaican men, go and get a prostate test. Stop being stupid. It's best you know now than you say if I didn't know. Please, if there's any issues that you're facing down there, go to your doctor. Go to your doctor. I want you to listen to this video here of a Jamaican, well-known Jamaican and a music producer. Listen to this.
Then fighting stage 4 prostate cancer is sharing his painful journey. He's also making a desperate appeal for more men to take the life-threatening disease seriously before it's too late. Kirk Wright reports.
In September of 2023, Claude Sinclair, or Big Stone, a music producer, began experiencing discomfort in his penis, but totally unaware he was experiencing symptoms of prostate cancer.
And one day I got up and when I urinated, it burns like hell. And I said I went to my primary caregiver, Dr. Brooks, and he said, it's nothing, maybe a urinary tract infection. So when you pee, it burns like somebody put cayenne pepper inside the vein of your penis.
The medication proved useless because rectal examination revealed the presence of some...
Let me stop this here. Let me let this know. This video clipping, the Mequitalk program do not own the rights or the copyrights to this video clipping here. It is solely owned by Television Jamaica. And there's a reason why I did this. So I'm asking YouTube that this video here is not owned by the Mequitalk program. It is solely owned by Television Jamaica. I'm just using it for a clip in here that people can understand that we face a serious problem when it comes to prostate cancer.
Something much more serious.
When he did the digital rectal examination, he said, Mr. Sinclair, your prostate is twice the normal size. It's supposed to be that of a walnut, and it's more like a small lemon.
Mr. Sinclair was diagnosed with stage 4 prostate cancer.
Now he said, I can tell you this even further. There's a Gleason report that comes with it, which tells you the aggression of the cancer that you're having. On a scale of 1 to 5, the cancer is dormant. You probably won't even die from it. But 7, 8, 9, and 10, especially once you get to 8, it's that aggressive type of cancer. But you don't tell me where I was. 9.
Follow-up tests show the cancer was spreading rapidly.
I started feeling pain in my back, in my hip. I start feeling pain in my knee. I start feeling pain everywhere, Kirk, I'm telling you.
Mr. Sinclair's medical condition worsened after a fall at a function in August of last year, resulting in a gradual reduction in his ability to move about. Weeks ago, Mr. Sinclair ended up in hospital with excruciating pain to his entire body, which required medication which is proving to be costly. He began to experience more medical complications and had to do 2 more digital rectal examinations.
After that, because I didn't go in with a bag, after the 2 digital rectal examination, I can't pass no urine. I stayed there for about 3-4 hours, not being able to urinate. Let me tell you, and I'm looking in the camera, it is hell not being able to pass your urine for 10 minutes, much less I'm there for 4 hours. Anyway, when the doctor came in and so on, in order to put the catheter in, they don't lubricate you with anesthesia. You have to go in raw. And let me tell you, Kirk, as far as loud as you can hear someone scream, that was me. Very, 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 very painful.
It's widely known that men shy away from getting tested because of the stigma linked to how the test is done. And as a Rastafarian, he says the experience was even more real for him.
As soon as you tell a friend, so listen, when was the last time you did your PSA? Wow, no man put a finger on a brother. Who now go on this with a finger thing. Now we are telling Mr. Big Stone.
Mr. Sinclair declared his rectal examination did not hurt.
It's the quickest way to find out, because right on the spot you can tell if your prostate is enlarged. Other tests you have to wait, and the lab results and PSA and MRI and ultrasound to come back.
He wants the awareness level to be raised.
Because how can an articulate, intelligent man like me be walking around with stage 4 prostate cancer for 2 years and didn't know it? So I want to use my story to raise that awareness level. Prostate cancer is a priority because we want to save lives. Early detection can save your life. And if a lot of people out there tell a friend, tell a brother, tell an uncle, tell your father, tell your grandfather, go get tested.
Kirk Wright.
There you go. Go get tested. Go get tested. When you reach the age 40 something in men and over, go and get your prostate tested. Do a colonoscopy and an endoscopy and also do a prostate test. Many of us men, we go on as if with this and with that. And we don't want nobody. Stop on the nonsense. Stop on the nonsense. Because when you know it is earlier, the earlier you know, rather, it is the better off for you. And this program here now, will be doing a lot more when it comes on to health, women's beauty, women's and men health care. We will be doing it more often on this program here. Not all about politics and where they go on this and where they go on that. Other issues are facing us in this country. It is not free in Jamaica. No prostate test is free in Jamaica. But you can go to your primary care doctor, go to the health center, and they can organize something for you. Anyway, it is now we're standing by to join Senator Lambert Brown. We spoke to you some about the issues facing our country. Hold on, what is this? What is this I got here now? What is this? What is this? What is this? Oh. Miss Williams, I'll read this when I come off here. So, as we see what is going on in our country, we need to take heed. We need to take heed. We're standing by to join Senator Lambert Brown. Senator Brown will be speaking to us about, what do I say about what, Gigi? What do you say, Mr. Tavares, about what announcement are we talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Opposition leader Mark Golding has signified that for Mr. Prime Minister. Oh, okay, I read that already. So let me do this here. Just a moment here, please. Yes, man shot by police in St. Mary during actual escape from hospital. Wow. The St. Mary police have launched a manhunt for a man who escaped custody of the hospital where he was taken for treatment after being shot by the police. Back foot. There, Point Hill in St. Catherine, a 76-year-old man found dead at a St. Catherine home. There, I saw an accident. I want to open up the phone lines that people can call in until Senator Brown comes on. So hold on there for me. Let me get this here. Where is the phone thing? Okay, here we go. Here we go. We are gonna open up the phone lines. There is some videos I want to play when Senator Brown comes on. We play those videos. Okay, you are from Jamaica. Yes, good afternoon to you. Thanks for WhatsApping me. Good afternoon, Make We Talk here live.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone in the chat. You know, Jeffrey?
Yes, ma'am.
The Prime Minister of Jamaica, I'm not saying no Prime Minister. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, he keeps making promises that have not been kept. You see? And he's the one who promises bid for election and talking about they will terrorize and they will this and they will that. Who is doing it now? Whatever he says, he must point the finger back to himself. That's exactly who the Prime Minister of Jamaica is, Andrew Omis. And too often it's like they own Jamaica. That's the behavior and the disrespect to Mark Golding, and it has to stop. Respect is due. And Mark Golding would not have done that to him. Aside from when he sat down, he has the right to sit down if he wants to. We don't know the real reason why he sit down. He has the right to. But to verbally destroy someone's character like that, it's not nice. Andrew Holness must stop. He behaves like he's above everyone. And he better humble himself because he's getting himself in more trouble over and over. He must stick to his word. Whatever he says, he must do it. His words must be him. He must be his words. And I'm asking Mr. Warmington, Mr. Warmington, I must say this to you, sir.
Warmington, listen to this program, ma'am.
Huh?
Warmington, listen to this program,
Yeah, it doesn't matter what I'm gonna say. I am saying to him, in spite of what goes on with him, we all know. I must say, I congratulate him for standing up to truth. And do not let anyone disallow you to speak truth. And I would very much like to know what you have inside that you have not spoken, which is truth. What are you waiting on? The right time, sir? I want to hear what is inside of you.
Hold on for me, ma'am.
Something is there. Speak up, sir. I want to hear.
Hello, hold on for me, ma'am. Hold on for me, ma'am. I keep on telling you, Only think Warmington will come and say anything? They will not allow that. They will give Warmington a seat before they do that. A ministry before they do that. Warmington know how to play the Jamaican people. Warmington know how to play the Jamaican people. And before Warmington come up and say anything, they will give Warmington something else to do.
Can I speak now, Mr. Jeffrey?
Go ahead.
Well, up until this time, I am not seeing Warmington at the forefront. I don't know if it's in plan. They have talked it over because they know who he is. And he will not mince his words to speak up and out. He's one of them that they can't control. And I know that's their problem with him. But I believe, to me, personally, he might want to speak. Because the PSOJ person came out to him asking him to apologize. But why didn't he speak when he was to speak? Why address him Warmington when he chose to? So, let me say this and get off. I believe he wants to speak, but knowing who his party leader is, he's holding back. That's how I am thinking. I might be wrong.
What do you want to speak about, ma'am?
He said he will not, what Andrew Holness is holding back from the Jamaican people, he will not do it. I think I heard something like that he said that.
He never said that at all.
Okay, repeat what you hear.
Mr. Warmington never said what Andrew's from the Jamaican people are going to come out and say. He never said anything like that.
I heard you say something. I heard that. I know I'm not wrong. Perhaps I'm paraphrasing. But I heard he says, whatever is hiding from the Jamaican people, he will not allow it. Something like that. Can anyone bear me up on that, please?
He never said that, ma'am.
He said Andrew Holness is holding back something from the Jamaican people, which he will not do. Can someone bear me up on that, please?
Mr. Warmington never said anything like that, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to research that and I'll get back to you some other time.
Okay, ma'am, thanks for calling.
I'm going to research that because I know I'm not deaf.
Thank you for calling in, ma'am.
All right, Jeffrey, that's my view.
Thank you.
All right.
You see, because Warmington know say, all of we love hear say, and all of we want to hear what they want. Warmington come out and say when you say, see, there's nothing for Warmington to say. Warmington never said anything like that. What Warmington said to the people, the media house, he said to them, no comment, but I will come out with something soon. Something like that he said. He never said about wholeness hiding stuff from the people. Nothing like that. He never said anything like that. Because Warmington knows how we love here, say. That was a PAC meeting long time ago. The PAC meeting was long time ago between him and Edmund Bartlett. Couple years ago. PAC meeting now meet up all now. Since the start of the new parliamentary era. It is now 5:56. 4:56 in the land of wood and water. What he said was stay tuned. Mr. Warmington said exactly to the journalists, stay tuned. What is circulating on social media? It is a clip in the parliament when he and Edmund Bartlett flare off at a PAC meeting. And he said that you all are hiding stuff from the Jamaican people. I will not be a part of it. He never said a couple days ago. That is why you see me, when they come on to Carrigo bring, come on here, say, no. Me have to verify things for myself. Warmington said, stand by. He and Edmund Bartlett flare off at a PAC meeting in the parliament. And he said to Edmund Bartlett, you don't want to muzzle me and hide the truth from the Jamaican people. I will not be a part of it. That's exactly what he said. So because Wami, who this? What is this? Oh Lord. Oh, okay. Thanks. Yes, thanks for this person who sent me this thing from the Constitution. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I will read it as soon as I come off air here. Thank you. The time is now 6:07. Sorry. 5:58 rather. 5:58. I'm sorry. 5:58. 5:58. Thank you, Lady Williams. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The numbers to call into the program until we get Senator Lambert Brown is 954-529-8030. That's 954-529-8030. That's the numbers to call into the program. That's the numbers to call into the Z program. Z program. Okie dokie. Just a moment here, please. Okay, it is now a minute before 5 o'clock in Jamaica, a minute before 6 o'clock right here in the United States, as we stand by to join Senator Lambert Brown to speak to us on the issues that is on a lot of people out in our country, Jamaica, pertaining to Dr. Dixon. Why is it that they decide to not reinstate him at the government hospitals? We're going to speak to Dr. Senator Lambert Brown about that. And as soon as we get him, let us speak, or can I call him now, please, then? Dr. Lambert Brown. Senator Lambert Brown, rather. It is now 5 o'clock. We're standing by now to join Senator Lambert Brown to speak to us. It is now 6 o'clock here in the United States, some part of the United States. It is 5 o'clock in the land of wood and water. It's the Mequitalk program, a Saturday edition of the Mequitalk program. Just to let you know that Wilfred Radigan will be back with us soon. He's taking a long extended break. He'll be back with us soon. The Jamaica's fearless leader, the man who hailed from Waterhouse. As I always said, he knows what it's like to eat dumpling and butter and tin mackerel. He'll be back with us pretty soon. We're going to speak to Senator Brown about Dr. Dixon. Well, not really about Dr. but the Sarah is putting out some code of ethic pertaining to he being a candidate and then want to go back into the government system. We're going to speak to him about that because Senator Brown is also a trade unionist. Let me see. I hope when he's very ready, he can call me. Can call. Yes, we're standing by. Remember the name Kenneth. Oh, yeah. Let me see if Dr. Okay, he's ready for it. Let's call him now, please.
Hello.
Hello, Senator Brown. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you, and thanks to your listeners.
Senator Brown, for those who don't know Senator Lambert Brown, he's the PNP senator. He's a PNP senator and also a trade unionist. Senator Brown, welcome back to the program. Talk to us about what is going on down by Sarah and why is that they don't want to reinstate Dr. Dixon?
It's not Sarah. Sarah is the Southeast Regional Health Authority, which takes care of Eastern and St. Andrew, St. Catherine, and St. Thomas.
Yes.
This is about Southern.
Oh, Southern Health Authority.
Regional Health Authority.
Okay.
Which comprises Clarendon and Manchester. And I believe it also goes to St. Elizabeth.
Right.
So that is the region which is whose board is chaired by Mr. Wayne Chen, who ran elections for the National Democrat NDM. Tufton was over at NDM.
Hold on for me, Dr. Senator Brown. Hold on for me. You have a fan in the background there with you, sir?
Yeah, let me turn it off and give you some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead for me, yes.
Yeah, so Wayne Chen, who once ran election for the NDM.
Yes, the National
in Northeast. Yeah, in Northeast Manchester.
Right.
And who the JLP have sought to court to run in the past. The vice chairman of that region is a man named Michael Stern, who was once the member of parliament for Northwest Clarendon, who ran against Richard Hazan. Richard Hazan beat him in the past, and he was the chairman of the JLP region in that era. So he's still a JLP activist. Also on that board, is Mr. William Chen, who was once the member of parliament for Northwest Clarendon, who ran against Richard Hazan. Richard Hazan beat him in the past, and he was the chairman of the JLP region in that era. So he's still a JLP activist. Also on that board, is is the former mayor of Clarendon and who is the current councillor in the Clarendon Municipal Council, Mr. Winston Moran. And another person on the board is Omar Miller, who is the current councillor in the Craighead division in northeast Manchester, and who argued Shaw had picked to replace him.
Yes.
So 4 people involved who have been involved in electoral politics are on that board. And what they've said is that young Dr. Aujae Dixon,
yes,
who ran against Mr. Morgan in North Central Clarendon, that he should be suspended as a doctor who is employed to the Southern Regional Health Authority. He should be suspended from work and face an investigation as to whether or not he's in breach of any rules for running. And the rules that say he's in breach of is the staff order. Now let us be clear. Anybody in Jamaica who turn up at a public hospital with that napkin or mandible or percussion or anyway, know that you have to wait a long time to get treatment because there's a shortage of doctors.
Exactly.
And now you're going to suspend a doctor affecting patient care because that doctor ran against your party in the elections. And I am saying as a trade unionist, because I'm speaking here as a trade unionist,
yes,
that rule that they're trying to apply to Dr. Dixon does not apply, not to be applied to Dr. Dixon, because Dr. Dixon is not a civil servant. He may be employed to the government. He's not, however, a civil servant. In other words, he does not work for the Ministry of Health. He works for the Southern Regional Health Authority, which is different from when you're working as a civil servant under the Ministry of Health or the Ministry of National Security or any other ministry.
So, Senator Brown, you're saying to me that Dr. Dixon is not employed to the Ministry of Health. So
that is correct.
So how is it, sir, that they're trying to stop him from work if he wasn't employed by the Ministry of Health? Something is wrong there.
They are ignorant of their ignorance. So let me say it again. They are ignorant of their ignorance because they don't know that those rules are not to apply to Dr. Dixon. They are treating Dr. Dixon as if he's a civil servant who's accountable to the Services Commission. In 1997,
yes, sir,
the Parliament passed a law called the National Health Services Act. And under that act, it moves the employees away from the Ministry of Health into what is called Regional Health Authority. And each of those Regional Health Authority has its own board of directors. So you would have seen a wishy-washy release by the Ministry of Health recently after the Gleaner carried the story and somebody else saying that it is not we in the ministry who is suspending Dr. Dixon. It is the board of the Southern Region. So they are making the point I am making that he's not a civil servant because he's employed to the board.
So in other words,
and the staff order applies to civil servants.
So if Dr. Dixon is not a civil servant,
that is my position from seeing his contract and knowing what the arrangement is, that is employed to the board
So
of the Southern Regional Health Authority, not to the Ministry of Health.
So let me ask this question.
Can I just say one other thing, Jeffrey?
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Dr. Dixon was promoted to Medical Officer 2 in August of this year by the same Southern. They know at that time, that he was a potential candidate, in August, less than 2 months ago, less than 6 weeks ago, they promoted him, right? And now they're trying, because they've won the election, to victimize that young doctor, deprive patients of care.
So, but I don't understand though. Is it that the board hasn't seen his contract, or is that the board do not know the law, or what is it? Why the board is taking this action?
Well, first, the board knows his contract.
Yes.
But they have to sign off on his contract. Secondly, the board was instructed by the Ministry of Health last year, September, to act in the way they're acting now.
Oh.
But the people at the Ministry of Health and the board itself don't realize that they don't have the power they think they have. They don't have the power to put him on interdiction, to suspend him from work, and they don't have the power to say that he can run the election, which is his constitutional right, guaranteed by the highest law in Jamaica. So that what they're doing is in breach of the Constitution and it is breach of his contract with them.
So let me. This is a very tricky thing, Senator Brown.
It's not tricky. It's that they don't know what they're doing. There's no tricky about it. What they're doing is wrong. Wrong in law, wrong under the Constitution, wrong under his contract of employment.
So that means he can take them to court then, Senator Brown?
Well, let's put it this way. I would be surprised if his union, the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association, have not already written to the Southern Regional Health Authority complaining about his interdiction and requesting a meeting. I wouldn't be surprised if they have done that. And I would not be surprised, Jeffrey, if efforts are being made now to set up such a meeting. So it could be resolved at that level. If it's not resolved at that level, then Dr. Dixon surely should find relief in the courts. And so I hope that good sense will prevail and that the people who thought they were doing right by suspending this doctor will take advice, recognize that they have done wrong, and then do the right thing, which is to restore the doctor to his job, take him off suspension, and allow him to go and treat the patients who need his care. There has never been a complaint that Dr. Dixon in treating patients, treat KLP patients different from PNP patients or no P patients. They have no complaint against him, which is why in August of this year, less than 6 months ago, they promoted him.
Senator Brown, when you sit here and we listen to all this going on in Jamaica, Senator Brown, you know, members of the Jamaican diaspora is saying to themselves, for those who want to come home and retire, if what is going on in this country, Senator Brown, wherein you are going to want to stop a doctor from working because he decided to run for a political party. When the same people who's in charge of the board, back in the days when the National Democratic Movement was around, one of the same chairman for the board, I think.
Yes.
Didn't he run as a person with the NDM?
He ran as a person NDM. And Michael Stern, the deputy chairman of that board, is an active JP political person who ran as MP, won as MP, and then lost the seat as an MP. He was one of those who was involved in the dual citizenship thing, if I recall correctly. And there are two sitting councillors, JP councillors, who are on that board. So you have to ask yourself, can Dr. Dixon get a fair hearing from a board so comprised?
Very good question. And in that same breath, Senator Brown, I want you to listen to what Senator Marlon Morgan had to say. I don't know if you heard it. Listen to this for me, please.
I certainly didn't hear it.
Is but the latest example of their. These recent events indicate that the PNP's objection to the interdiction of Dr. Aujae Dixon is but the latest example of their preparedness to apply convenient principles and barefaced hypocrisy in order to score political points. At no point when they sought to have members of the Jamaica Labour Party adversely impacted by the same section of the public sector staff orders that have now been applied to Dr. Dixon did they, the PNP, raise the issue of constitutionality regarding said provisions. The latest stance of Zuleika Jest and the PNP are but another example and reminder as to why the people of Jamaica cannot trust them or take seriously their utterance and stance on matters of national importance. They are a morally bankrupt political organization which is prepared to adjust their position not based on principle, but in accordance with what they consider to be popular or politically convenient at different points in time. Let us not forget that this same PNP, via its then General Secretary Julian Robinson in 2020, had written to the political ombudsman seeking to have Rhoda Moy Crawford sanctioned when, in 2020, she had announced intention to enter representational politics and had only a few days remaining on her then Heart Trust NSTA contract. Let us also not forget that in 2018, with no objection from the PNP, there was a public call for the resignation of then OPM Director of Communication, Mr. Robert Morgan, after he announced his intention to enter representational politics. We should also recall that recently, Councillor Dean Jones' status as councillor was revoked when this same PNP took him to court, arguing that he was a public sector worker at the time of his election, and that was deemed to have been in contravention of the rules. Instead of resorting to the usual PNP tactic of selectively championing causes and taking politically expedient positions simply because they advance the PNP's narrow partisan interests, the time has come for the PNP to act on principle. This is
Senator Brown, I won't go any further with this person here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's a big word salad. That's a big word salad saying.
Yes.
A big word salad saying something was done wrong in the past, so let us continue to do what is wrong. And then he ends by saying, standing on principle. Does he stand on the principle of the Constitution of Jamaica? Because that's the starting point now. Is it constitutional? The PNP made a mistake in the past in saying, in challenging it. The JP never raised the issue of the constitutionality. In Barbados, a similar case came up in 2022. The court in Barbados ruled that it was in breach of the Constitution to try and prevent that public officer there from participating in the parliamentary elections and activities. So, And it's the same argument in the staff order that was in Barbados. So we are clear on the constitutionality issue as tested in Barbados. I go further. The government of that guy who just you played a while ago is notorious for breaching the Constitution of Jamaica.
True.
I could talk about the letters that Andrew Onis a resignation from the Senate. I could talk about the NITs, which the PNP had to take to court and win. I could talk about the Bail Act. I could talk about the state of emergency. So they are notorious for breaching the Constitution. And what the PNP is saying, and 2 weeks ago, I swore, and he too swore, that we will uphold, in Parliament, that we will uphold the Constitution and the laws of Jamaica. So what I want to ask you, in swearing to uphold the Constitution, have you looked at what was done? I know that the Parliament gave him a copy of the Constitution as they did to me and every parliamentarian. So if it is in breach of the Constitution, where does he stand? Is he going to break his oath to uphold the Constitution of Jamaica? And I'll say one other thing here, Jeffrey.
Yes, sir.
When the NITS case came up before the Constitutional Court in Jamaica, the Chief Justice, in writing the judgment, made a very interesting comment. He said, there are many laws in Jamaica today that may very well be unconstitutional, but they have not yet been tested. It is my view, my humble opinion, that the staff order, to the extent that it tries to prevent civil servants, I remember I'm saying Dr. Dixon is not a civil servant.
Yes.
But the staff order, to the extent that it tried to prevent civil servants from entering partisan politics or electoral events, is unconstitutional. That is what that guy who you just played his voice should be addressing. Is it constitutional or is it not constitutional? Don't tell me about a political history of he said, she said, they said, me said, we said.
But Senator Brown, it seems as if Senator Marlon Morgan Iditamin forget that the late Dr. Kenneth Barr is a medical doctor. He was also Deputy Prime Minister. And in the same breath, his Minister of National Insecurity and No Peace, I said it, not you, is a medical doctor also.
Yeah, but I could go further. But I don't want to play the game of he said, Vanda Palmer, who was working with the National Works Agency, was to run in central Manchester for the PNP. The JP came out and said he's a public officer. Other people came out and said he's a public officer, so he can't run. So I could also give him. But listen to this.
Yes, sir.
In the Senate that I was a member of before the election, there were 2 doctors appointed by Andrew Onis. One working at the University Hospital of West Indies, for whom the same issue could apply, and one working at the Spanish Town Hospital. The one that works at the Spanish Town Hospital was reappointed like me 2 weeks ago to the Senate.
Yes.
So what is the difference of sitting in the Senate and sitting in the House of Representatives when both have a single vote and legislation? So you should observe this, that today there are people sitting in the Senate who works with the government in the way, and he works with the Southeast Regional Health Authority. And Dr. Dixon works with the Southern Regional Health Authority. But he's allowed to sit in the Senate. And I am one to say it is his right to sit in the Senate. He has a constitutional right to sit in the Senate. And so too does Dr. Dixon have a constitutional right to sit in the House of Representatives if he had won. But to win, you have to contest. And it was Dr. Dixon's constitutional right of freedom of expression and freedom of association to have sat to have contested that election. So I'm saying the starting point is the Constitution. Is the staff order in breach or not? Yes or no of the Constitution? And the second point is Dr. Dixon a public officer in the meaning of the Constitution? And my answer to the first is that he has a constitutional right. To the second, he is not a public officer. And just to make it clear, anybody who wants to check it, in May of this year, 26th of May, Chief Justice Brian Sykes handed down judgment in a case, Wilson versus Jamaica 4-H movement. And in that case, Justice Sykes identified what makes somebody a public officer under the Constitution of Jamaica. And what he said is that the 4-H movement, even though funded by government, even though it spoke to the staff orders, that Mr. Wilson was not a public officer and could not get the relief that he sought as if he was a public officer. And that clarifies who is a public officer in Jamaica. So I'm saying Dr. Dixon is on solid ground, good grounds, and the government, through the Ministry of Health, who gave instructions, and through the regional health authorities, have acted unjustly against Dr. Dixon. Dr. Dixon really ought to be reinstated, and all of this goes away. And I'll go one step further. I believe the government, the PNP, when it forms the government, must review the staff orders and change out anything in it that is unconstitutional. Let me give you another case. There's a case called Faith Webster versus the Attorney General. Where Faith Webster, who was at the Women's Bureau, was put on interdiction. And they had cut her pay. The courts ruled that you can't just cut her pay without having a meeting with her to discuss it. That's not in the public service regulation, you know. But the court said it is only fair. And that is why they written to Dr. Dixon, as I understand it, asking him to come and discuss with them whether he should be paid or how much he should be paid during the interdiction. But I believe the doctors' union has said to them, there should be no interdiction. So that's a second case where the rules have to be changed, and the court stepped in the case of Faith Webster. And if you remember recently, the chairman of the Police Federation,
Corporal Ron James.
Mr. Ron James, yes, Corporal Ron James, he was put on interdiction. And he took them to court about the amount of pay. And the court, they had to agree to end the matter by paying him 99% of his pay. So the staff orders, the police services regulation, the public service regulation are outdated, and in some cases are in violation of the Constitution. And the courts have stepped in to make those adjustments. So I'm saying in the case of Dr. Dixon, we need not go too far. The right thing needs to be done, and just as the Ministry of Health issued a statement saying it's not me, them playing shaggy, it's not me, it's the Southern Regional Health Authority. They need to tell the Southern Regional Health Authority, with all of those politicians on it, to leave the doctor alone and let the doctor go and care for the sick. I mean, recently I heard a story of Nepean Hospital, 40 people in wheelchair and sitting on the bench for days can't get treatment. And you're sending him a doctor? For what? Malpractice? Thieving? What did the doctor do? Fight a patient? Fight a nurse? In fact, this government has had senior people in the health system who have clashed with health workers, and those matters are in court. And guess what? Those people still at work. But this doctor dared to exercise his constitutional right, of freedom of association, freedom of expression, and you saying, let the patient suffer while we are in power and we can suspend the doctor. Are they caring?
Absolutely not, Senator Brown. And as a trade unionist, sir, I want you to go to your trade unionist part now. What you think should be done towards it? Apart, if he's not reinstated, I personally think, from my point of view, that he should take them to court. You're taking that?
Well, listen, that's one thing. There's strength in unity, and if he has a union backing him, which I believe the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association is doing, the fight may not even have to go to court. But we will see where that goes. In other words, the right thing can be done soon. I hope it is done soon, but if not, then I certainly believe the court will be the final arbiter.
Senator Brown, I'm going to switch away from Dr. Dixon a bit and go to a letter that opposition leader Mark Golding wrote to Prime Minister Andrew Holness, and it's creating a stir in the media fraternity in Jamaica and also on social media. I know for a fact that the opposition leader has the sole right to write a letter to the Prime Minister asking for a meeting. Isn't that so, sir?
Well, let's start. Let's see which, and I'm not authorized to speak on this as on behalf of the party, but I can speak from general.
Yes.
It is notorious that party leaders, head of government, Prime Minister, and leader of the opposition meet from time to time. That is why Michael Manley and Edward Siaka used to meet sometimes. That is why PJ Patterson and Siaka met. That is why Portia Simpson and Bruce Collins met. And that is why you have what is Peter Phillips and Andrew Wallace met. And that's what you have. We have what is called the Ville Royal talks.
Exactly. Hold on here for me, Senator Brown. Repeat that for me again, because the people of our country don't understand when Jeffrey Tavares come and say to them, there is a thing that called the Ville Royal talk. Repeat it again.
And Ville Royal, and let me tell you, Ville Royal is the resident, official resident of the Prime Minister.
Thank you.
Once it moved from Jamaica off. And so the talks are called the Ville Royal talks because they used to take place at Ville Royal.
Exactly.
So the leader and leader meet. And then the leaders will then say, I am going to ask a junior to meet with your junior to continue the talks. And then we meet. And that is why you have president and president, prime minister and prime minister. When they meet, at each summit, a lot of work would have been done by the junior people before.
Yes, like in the
and they sign out. Correct. So what Mark Golding obviously got a letter from Andrew Wallace saying to Mark Golding, I want you, the leader of the opposition, to go meet with my minister. And the letter that I've seen publicly from Mark Golding saying, no, that's not the proper way. It is you and I, as the two leaders, who need to start the talk. And then we delegate the talks to others to continue. And we come back and settle.
Exactly.
The Prime Minister is not above the leader of the opposition. That is why the leader of the opposition gets the almost the same pay as the same pay as the deputy prime minister.
Exactly.
Because in protocol, the opposition leader standing is very high. The prime minister knows or ought to know that, but he's playing a game. He's trying to say Mark Golding is not in my league. So Mark Golding must come meet with Deadline Chuck. And Mark Golding said, oh no, guys, you and I have to start this process. So what I see in the letter from Mark Golding said, Prime Minister, rethink your position. Let both of us start the talk. You notice at the King's House hearing, he never said, Mark, you and Chuck must go deal with it.
No, he
said, Mark, you and I need to carry this forward.
Yes.
And he's breaking that promise. He's breaking the promise he made at his hearing in.
To the people
Mark,
of Jamaica.
you and I. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what the Prime Minister need to do is one, wheel and come again and says, Mark, come and meet with me. Right? Come and meet with me.
Mm-hmm.
And let's talk about the issue. Just as when the needs was being discussed, Andrew Owens invited Peter Phillips to Jamaica House. And I was part of Peter Phillips' delegation. I went to meet with Andrew Owens at Jamaica House. So I'm saying this to you. Now, what the Prime Minister should be in the interest of the country is recognize he made a mistake. Call Mark and says, leader of the opposition, let's sit down and let's map our way out and let others go and do the field work, come back to us. If you're really serious about constitutional reform. Similarly, I am saying that Tufton was calling the health people and said, you guys have made another boo-boo. Call in Dr. Dixon, put him back on his work, let him go and fix the health problem of the patients who are waiting too long on the tough bench, waiting on the wheel in the wheelchair, can't get service. But we are going to put people on interdiction because they exercise their constitutional rights. These people seem drunk on power and then barely get the third term.
And that is why I'm saying also, Senator Brown, I know maybe you can't comment on it, but I'm going to say this. I think the PNP need to get a person like maybe Conrad O'Brien of Newstalk 93 to go out there and comment on issues that may come out of the mouth of a Marlon Morgan or whatever. Because when you hear these people come out and speak, you know, Jamaicans may believe that they have, you know, only them can speak, and you hear nothing from the opposition. Prime example. Go ahead, sorry.
I'm sure the PNP as its spokesperson and newly appointed shadow cabinet.
Right.
And they will certainly look inside the political organization as to how best to respond to these things. I believe the response of Zuleika just was on par and
yes, it
was appropriate. So I expect more of the spokesperson to be speaking on issues as the time goes along. It's not my call inside the PNP as to who speak and what.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm sure they will take the support from whoever can and whoever will. But you know, sometimes I'll say this, sometimes it is the media who allow people like Morgan to sound right.
Yes.
When what you just played a while ago was a load of BS. A load of BS, because what he's doing is saying, he said, she said, instead of doing what a decent and sensible person do, asks, what is right? And if what was done in the past was right or wrong, you comment on it. But you said, oh, Tom the thief says, okay, for every thief. Two wrongs don't make a right. So the PNP had said something was wrong. And you didn't say, well, the Constitution allowed it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can't come. Right? You can't now come and say, well, the PNP did do it, so we can do it. In other words, it's wrong, but we will do it because we are the power. I am saying, me, as a CEO, it's wrong, and the PNP would be wise when they come to power to change the rules. And the JLP, if they're smart, they would right away recognize. Just like when NITS was wrong, the PLAC was wrong, the Senate letters were wrong, the state of emergency was wrong, change it.
Senator
Jamaica deserve better.
Senator Brown, do you believe, let's drift the conversation a little bit, and I know you have to run, but let's drift the conversation a little bit. Do you believe that the Integrity Commission report that is sent to the Parliament will be tabled?
It has to be tabled. The question is when. The Parliament just resumed, and last Friday they had an orientation for the senators, and Tuesday they had an orientation for the new members. So I believe come next week, for example, it's likely that the Parliament will meet, whether the House or the Senate. So I expect at some point soon the business of the Parliament will resume. And when it resumes, there's no doubt that those reports that the Integrity Commission has so kindly told the nation that they sent to Parliament. In fact, it's interesting. Senator Feldman just reminded me the other day and said, really, you know, sir, while we were in Parliament doing the Senate orientation, that those reports came, and he was saying that because the Integrity Commission said what time the reports were received by the Parliament, and that time coincided when we were in the chamber. But it was a formal meeting of the Senate. It was an orientation. So I have no doubt those reports, just like the one on the former speaker at the table, just as the one on the Prime Minister at the table, those four will be tabled. I don't know what is in it. It may be about some civil servant, a public officer, a public servant. I don't know who is it, what it is. The only thing I will say, as a keen observer, I don't hear a certain radio station leak it yet.
You know, you're correct, Senator Brown.
Am I? When it go against certain set of people,
yes, sir,
that radio station leak it, you know.
Indeed.
When it also goes against their side, they come and say, oh, it's a mother bank account. It's not 28 bank account. It's a mother and father, $4,000, $800. So they have a way of leaking information that they want to leak. I don't hear them leak it yet. Is all I say.
Yes. Senator Brown, when you look on the thing of a lot of Jamaicans, both in Jamaica and in the Jamaican diaspora, I don't know if you can speak on this, sir. But if you can't, and if you can, let me know. If you can't, let me know. When you have a government wherein the husband is in charge of one arm of government and the wife is in charge of one arm of government, isn't it there's something troubling in this democracy, sir?
Well, all I say to you is that Mark Golden spoke to it last year in his budget speech, and he threw the stone in the foul pen and in the pig pen.
Yes.
And we heard certain people squealing.
True.
What I can say to you is that it led to a walkout by the government from Parliament, leaving the Parliament without a quorum.
In other words, Senator Brown, Andrew Holness and his government walk off the job.
Correct. And then they went to the UN this week, last week.
Yes.
But never walk out against the genocide of Netanyahu against the Palestinian people. They voted against the Palestinian man being allowed to address the United Nations. So they walk out of their own parliament. But they couldn't walk out of the UN. But you know the good thing that happened on September 3rd?
Yes.
The PNP now have 28 members.
Yes.
I dare Andrew Holness to lead a walkout of the parliament. Because you know why?
Yes, sir.
A quorum would be there and the PNP would have taken over the government of the day if he dare walks out again. So I will not comment on that other than to say Mark Golding addressed it last year so I can look at the history. And I will say to the government, if you're bad, walk out of the parliament now.
I want you to explain to the people who are listening to us and watching us from around the world in the Eastern Caribbean and in the diaspora. Explain to us if the Labour Party should walk out tomorrow morning or Tuesday morning then. When Parliament is in session, they walk out. How could the PNP take over power?
Once there's a quorum, the PNP could simply say, we will elect a member. There's no speaker in the chair. We will elect a member from the House to act as speaker, and the business of the day would continue. And that business could pass in it, could certainly pass through the House legislation or a resolution. So it would have the majority on that day.
Wow.
So it should be a dangerous thing for Andrew to do what he did last year.
But you know something, God working mysterious ways in the Senator Brown.
His wonders to perform.
I want, you know, Senator Brown, I would love if he do that, you know. I would love if he get up one day with his ignorance and his arrogance and lead a walkout.
Well, you see, Mark Golding was able to trigger him last year. And in the debate during the election, Mark Golding was able to trigger him again. And what Mark Golding said to him, when Mark Golding pulled out the past day birth certificate,
yes,
he then said, born a Jamaican and make it Jamaican.
Stupid.
Thank you for saying that. So the point I'm making here is that they fear Mark Golding leadership. And that is why he's trying to belittle Mark Golding by saying, you're going to choke. And Mark Golding said, yeah, you're the Prime Minister. Me, I lead the opposition. If you want a meeting, it has to be you and me.
Yes.
Not me and Chuck.
Yes, because you know something, Senator Brown, in all my years following my politics in my country, I know for a fact, because I remember when former Prime Minister Patterson and late Eddie Seaga as Prime Minister was in, when Patterson was in, I remember living in Negril, and I remember one day, the man who helped to raise me, you know him, the late Costas Jim Thompson, looked at me. Yes, look at me and said to me, there's going to be a meeting at the Royal. And he explained it to me, how the meeting occurred and what happened. Because I didn't know. And that is why I could come on this platform now and tell the people of Jamaica and in the diaspora around the globe who's watching us and listening to us, that I know for a fact that the opposition leader can ask for a meeting of the Prime Minister, and so is the Prime Minister can ask for a meeting of the opposition leader.
Yeah, I could tell you without taking tears out of school about our meeting between Peter Phillips and Andrew Holness was arranged over the crime issue.
Yes.
So I know these meetings take place, and I know the people who organize them. So they can't deny that. But I'll tell you one other thing. when they say bail royal talks now, those talks don't actually take place at bail royal anymore. Because under this government, bail royal, which is just up the road from my office, we can stay at my office and fling a stone up to bail royal. So we see bail royal every day. Bail royal has been allowed prime property in the Golden Triangle has been allowed to run down and mash up. Not even lizard can meet right now. Right? The government has a national treasure such as Bail Royal. They are allowed to run into ruin. But the principle of the Bail Royal talks can continue. And such a talk can take place at other venues other than Bail Royal. But I would say that it's a disgrace what they did, what they've done to the Bail Royal property.
Yes.
Which was the official residence of the Prime Minister.
Yeah, is it?
It is in disrepair.
Indeed. Is it that maybe they plan to sell it to one of their friends, Senator Brown? I said it, not you.
Thank you for that you said, because I don't want to be accused of having goat mouth.
We're speaking to the People's National Party Senator Lambert Brown, a trade unionist, and we're speaking about Dr. Dixon, and we're also speaking about the talks with Bail Royal and other issues facing the land of wood and water. Senator Brown, before I let you go, Senator, the people on my platform have been asking if you, I don't know if you can answer this question, sir. In all honesty, do you believe that this election was a fair and free election?
Well, listen, Mark Golden conceded the election on the 3rd of September, and the PNP set out to go forward to be an opposition, and he said that in Parliament, in the hearing, that is going to hold this government accountable. And we're not going to be like some people and march on the Congress and attack police. We believe in democracy. An election was run, the result was declared. I mean, let me put it this way. By less than 1,500 votes, 1,500 votes, strategically placed in some seats, the PNP would have been in government today. So, if we came that close, 49.5% of the people voted for us, I can't say that that was unfair. It's not the outcome I wanted, but the reality is, democracy, there are going to be some winners, some losers, and I recognize my party leader, Mark Golden, is setting the stage to hold this government accountable, and he has named a shadow cabinet, and that shadow cabinet is going to do the work. The General Secretary yesterday at a funeral for a very popular PNP stalwart named Rose. At that funeral yesterday, that was like a state funeral, you know. State funeral,
that's what I was told.
Right? At that funeral, the General Secretary, Dr. Dixon, can be said, we will hold the faith. We will hold the faith because our day is not far off. That's the approach I take to the election.
If the People's National Party has gained state power, Senator Brown, do you believe that there would be some head rolling right now?
Let's say I don't want to go there. We didn't win this time.
Yes.
But if you ask me, are there some corrupt people around?
Yes.
And only to be held accountable? The answer is yes. But we didn't win. And as you say, the father moving in a mysterious way.
Indeed.
Maybe he delayed it so more people will see what is to come. What I will say is that the people of Jamaica missed out on serious transformation, missed out on growth in economy, better situation, rather than having people telling you that you should be laying off public sector workers. And rather than people saying people are being murdered with their hands in the air.
I'm telling you.
Still, you know? So in other words, the people miss a chance, but another day will come.
Indeed.
So Jeffrey, it was nice talking to you. I hope you go on for the crystal for me.
No.
I love your listeners, and I hope they will continue to love Jamaica and support Jamaica and know that the day is going to come when there will be a better day for the people of Jamaica.
And that said, we want to say thanks to Senator Lambert Brown, trade unionist, for coming on the program to speak to us. He is somebody who I can call upon, and when he can, he say yes. When he can't, he said, Jeffrey, not today. Senator Brown, thank you so much for coming on, sir.
Yeah, welcome on. All the best to you and your listeners.
Thank you very much. Have a good night and a good weekend.
Thank you. Good, thanks.
Thanks. That's Senator Lambert Brown there, People's National Party Senator Lambert Brown, for coming on the program. You heard a mouthful from Senator Brown. If you want to call in to ask to speak about anything, the numbers to call. Let me take this off here because Senator Brown just came off. I want to say good afternoon to Walking in Divine Purpose, or good evening. Thanks for coming on. Thanks all those who are in the chat room. The numbers to call into the program is 954-529-8030. It's running across the screen there. Good evening, Make We Talk, you're live.
Jeffrey.
Yes, ma'am.
I called back. I'm not gonna keep up the program. I stand corrected. It was a different situation. I just did my research. It has to do with Ed Bartlett and Warmington with the IC report.
Yes, ma'am.
And he did say he's not gonna. They were muzzling him, and he's not going to stand for it, and that he believes the Jamaica people needs to know what is happening. So I did go do my research. Okay, sir?
Yes, ma'am. But I wanted to let you know that when he said that it wasn't the IC report, it was the PAC. They had a PAC meeting. And
go on, finish.
There was a PAC meeting in the parliament where it was chaired by Edmund Bartlett. Everett Warmington wanted to say something within the PAC meeting pertaining to what they were discussing, and Edmund Bartlett was saying, no, you cannot. And he said, you want to muzzle me from letting the Jamaican people know the truth. This meeting happened way before the election called.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
That's what is in it, because I'm looking on my notes that I took.
All right.
But I see we're in something that it has to do with some IC report. Anyway,
IC report,
let me see.
It was never the IC report.
Jeffrey, I'm not going to go with you on that one because I see it mentioned there. So I'm not going to keep up the program for that. But something about that. Something, I did my research, something about that. But I'm not going to keep up the program. One thing I can say, if they, and I'm going to say this quickly and get off. If the Speaker of the House choose not to table those reports that she has to do coming from the IC, it's a dereliction of her duties, and she can be charged for it. And if she,
no, who charge her for it?
Don't want,
who gonna charge her for it?
She can be taken. Can't she be taken to court for that?
Who's gonna charge her for it?
I'm asking you. Answer the question. Can't she be taken to court?
You said to me she can be charged for it. And I'm asking who's gonna charge her for it.
Well, I mean, perhaps somebody margoling on the PNP side, because hey, that's our duty. That's a part of her duty. Why doesn't she want to do that? That's a dereliction of her duty. Yes. Not want to do that, that's a part of her portfolio to do it. So can she be charged? What you believe?
You tell me.
What you believe, Jeffrey?
No, you tell me.
Jeffrey, you know more than me.
No. No. I am trying to correct you on something. You tell me not to correct you on it. Because I'm trying to correct you.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Hold on for me.
Jeffrey, why you being like that?
Hold on.
We are reasoning. Come on, Jeffrey, we're reasoning. I'm asking you the question too. I listen to you, and then now I'm asking you the question. Can she, yes or no? You're asking me back, who is going to do it? And I'm making a suggestion. We are reasoning, Jeffrey.
If we were reasoning, when I said to you...
Come on, Jeffrey, just don't bother go there to say if. Take that word out. Just let's reason.
Okay, you alone talk.
I stand to be corrected. I'm listening to you, sir.
No, you alone talk because you don't allow me to talk, so you alone can talk.
You know what, Jeffrey? Respectfully, I'm gonna just come off and give somebody a chance because I don't know what is wrong with you. And I am not in for that right now. I am in a reasoning mood right now to learn something that I might not know or to understand something better.
Allow me to explain it to you.
Jeffrey, I said go ahead and you're gonna go around.
All right, ma'am.
Just put that aside and talk to me.
All right, ma'am.
No attitude right now, okay?
All right,
so let me just get off respectfully. Okay, sir? Thank you.
Good afternoon. Make we talk. You're live. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good evening. You're live.
Good evening, Mr. Jeffrey. You know the reason why I'm doing so I'm meeting Mark Golden with intellectual capacity to talk about constitution rights with Mark Golden. It's as simple as that. Because the history of he meet with Osha Simpson in other things already. Right? So I know I meet with Mark Golden.
You know.
And secondly,
go ahead.
Is this almost $1.5 billion die with the PMP?
What?
The $1.4 billion old school bus. Is that die with the PMP now that they are in Parliament?
So let me ask you a question. Is the PNP alone must talk about it?
Well, they are in the power and they are in the position.
Is the Jamaican people talking about it, sir?
Yeah, but the Jamaican people can't get a receipt what they're asking for. But the Parliament of Jamaica can ask for the receipt of those buses.
You know something, sir? You know something?
Yeah.
You see, we in this country,
yeah,
we fail to understand that we, the people, have the ultimate power in this country. Is the Jamaican people talking about the school bus? No, they are not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame the PNP people. Shut up them out too.
No, but no, Mr. Jeffrey, they are representing the people. Well, they are not the government, but they are part of the Parliament, right? They must represent the people issue, right? And they were campaigning on the school bus price. Know that they are in Parliament where they can debate it and ask.
Has the Parliament met us yet, sir?
No.
Okay.
You know, I would have just, because I hear them talk, and I don't hear them say anything about it.
But the Parliament is not in power yet, sir. The Parliament rather is not in session as yet.
All right, sir. So let's open wait and see where it goes. Secondly,
why is it the Jamaican people, sir, don't speak about the school bus issue? The $1.4 billion of taxpayers money that gone down the drain. Why they don't speak about it, sir?
People speak about it, but they are no. Mr. Tavares, do you think this government is dictator and you always respect the people?
So do you believe that this dictatorial government, according to you, do you believe that they respect the opposition? To listen to them?
But the opposition have the power.
What power does opposition have?
They are in the parliament. They have the power.
What power does the opposition have, sir?
They have the power. They have the power to file policy that they want to govern, and they have the power to say no to policy that the JP.
No. I'm not talking about that. You're talking about the school bus, and I'm asking you, what power does the opposition have?
They have the rights.
Pardon me?
Which one you want?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, sir. 1 second.
Hello? The number to call is 954-529-8030. And I want to make something clear. I was not being disrespectful to that lady. I was trying to explain something to her. She came back and said that it was the PAC, it was the Integrity Commission report. It was never the Integrity Commission report. It was a PAC meeting that Edmund Bartlett had with I don't know what company it was. Or some arm of government, I remember what it was. But that's the time everyone wanted to get him in the parliament and said what he said. And I'm not being disrespectful to her or anything like that, but I'm just trying to explain it to her. She doesn't want to listen. And I'm not disrespecting her. The number to call is 954-529-8030. That's the number to call into the program. Yes, I drink, and so what? Why should the PNP go into the parliament talking about school bus issue? Is the Jamaican people talking about it? They're the one who's feeling the pans of hell with the 1.4 billion that are gone down the drain. Are they speaking about it? Are they demanding from Daryl Vaz to give them the receipt or whatever? Huh? In what way am I talking to the callers disrespectful? By asking them, by saying to them, you know what? Let me just leave this alone. The numbers to call if I am asking questions and she just continue talking, I mustn't say anything. Sure. The numbers to call is 954-529-8030. When other people on their program cut off people and so forth, I don't cut off anybody. They are not being disrespectful. The number to call is 954-529-8030. Well, my attitude is wrong. I can't do nothing about it. I said what I said. I just simply asking a question. The people must get up and do something. The people must get up and do something. You cannot depend on a political party alone to do something. You must get up and do something. You must get up and do something. If I'm correcting somebody, well, maybe they under a spell. Who knows? Who knows? Nobody's gonna charge Mrs. Holness in the parliament if she don't do the IC report. Not a soul not charge her nothing. Not a soul not doing nothing. If she don't table the IC report, she'll never be charged. By who? No one will charge her. And if you see there's a level of corruption going on as a people, and you don't do nothing about it, what do you expect the opposition to do about it? They ain't gonna do nothing about it. Anyway, I guess everybody say I am being disrespectful tonight. I don't know why I'm not saying that I'm being disrespectful tonight by trying to explain certain things. I'm being disrespectful. Well, if I'm being disrespectful, I do apologize to everybody. But I can tell you one thing. If you all waiting for Mrs. Holness to be charged if she do not, what is this? Let me see if I can get this up there. What is this? Okay. I am happy somebody sent me this. Let me put this up and show it was a PAC meeting. It was never a Integrity Commission meeting. The person who sent me this, thank you so much. Let me see if I can get it here. Go over here. Let me do this right here.
I am giving you. No, if I can't ask my question freely and you want to muzzle me, you can keep your meat by yourself. You want to muzzle me and your rulings are what I call it. You freely with no basis. Very well.
This is the meeting that we are talking about. This meeting here is on the Muslim. It was the meeting of the PAC, not the Integrity Commission meeting.
I want to keep the truth from Jamaica, and I'm not going to be a part of anything that you're trying to stifle the truth. Jamaica must know what we have dealing with these sensitive areas.
There it is. It was a PAC meeting with Edmund Bartlett, and that's all I was trying to correct the lady with.
I am giving you. No, if I can't ask my question freely and you want to muzzle me, you can keep your meat by yourself. You want to muzzle me and your rulings are what I call it. You freely with no basis. Very well. You want to keep the truth from Jamaica, and I'm not going to be a part of anything that you're trying to stifle the truth. Jamaica must know what we have dealing with these sensitive areas.
Good night, make we talk here live.
Mr. Tavares,
yes,
it was a PSC meeting. It was an oversight committee meeting with the Integrity Commission.
It wasn't a PSC meeting.
No, it was an oversight committee meeting.
Oh, man.
That deal with the. Yeah, man, it was an oversight. It was a PSC oversight committee meeting that deal with the Integrity Commission. It was an oversight committee meeting that deal with the Integrity Commission.
I will go back and look because I have that thing there, and there was a thing that was sent to me from somebody within the parliament. Hold on for me. There was sent to me from someone within the parliament the day when this happened. So let me go back and look at it, and I will come back here. And if I have to apologize, I apologize. Okay, go ahead for me, sir.
No, that's what I called about.
Oh, I thought you're gonna finish what you're saying about the school bus saga.
No, you say if you must write, and you know the people go for the politicians to represent their cause.
Yes.
So I don't have nothing more to say.
Okay, sir. Thanks for calling in, my friend. Thanks.
Yeah.
I get to understand that on Tuesday, Parliament will be open on Tuesday. And based on, well, let me not say this because I can't prove this yet. But let us see if the goodly Speaker of the House of Representatives will decide to table this Integrity Commission report to the Parliament. What I know, as I keep on saying, the Parliament can investigate the Parliament. That's what I know so far, fact. So let us see if she's going to table it. Yes, I was trying to get Senator Donna Scott Motley to come on to the program to speak to us about the issue with Jamaica and the Palestinian people and the Israeli people. And as soon as I can get her, I'll have her come on and speak to the issue with that. What? Jeffrey's what? Let us see if she's going to table it on Tuesday in the Parliament. The clerk of the House, let's see that's going to happen on Tuesday. Hopefully, we'll see it. If not, then we're going to wait a little while longer, because I don't know if she's going to want to table it when she find out who and who her name is in it. I don't know who her name is in it. If anybody's name is in it, I don't know. And I don't think we'll ever know the name of whosoever is on an investigation if there's anybody on an investigation. So, you know, let us see if that's going to happen. Let us see if that's going to happen. All right, my friends, we're going to close the program. It is now 7:26. 6:26 in Jamaica. We're going to close the program, but I wanted to get in contact with Miss P, you know, before I go off air. Let me see if I can get to Miss P. Okay. Hello, good night. Make we talk. You're live.
Good night, Mr. I can't come up. You can't come up before I talk to you.
Go ahead, darling.
Philadelphia.
Yes, Miss Philadelphia.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Long time I don't hear your voice.
I am here, you know.
Yes, but sometimes when I tune in, you're not there.
Oh, Lord.
Anyway, I listen to the conversation. You are right. You are perfectly right in it was a PAC meeting.
Because I remember when they had...
Yes, you was perfectly right.
I was watching the meeting and I asked somebody within the belly of the Parliament to send me a copy of it. And when everything was finished, a matter of fact, the person sent me the copy of it about 10 o'clock at night. I'm yet to be corrected if it's not a PAC meeting, but I remember.
I know. I listened it and I know. I listened it. It was no other meeting than a PAC meeting.
Yes, because I know I don't talk things that I don't know.
What I called you to talk to you about?
Go ahead.
I've been listening. But to me, and what I observed, there is nothing that is going to be right in Jamaica anymore. Nothing.
Why is that?
Because we do not have people who cares about what is going on. It's like everybody blind. You know, nobody looking at what is going on and take it serious. But Mr. Jeffrey, let me tell you something. We are in a serious situation. The people of Jamaica playing with life. But when they going to realize what is happening, it's going to be too late.
You know, today somebody said to me, Jeffrey, you realize that Haiti is gone. I turned to the individual and I said to the person, Jamaica is next.
Yes. So funny, but it's true. Because number one, the government do not respect the opposition. And you know why? The Prime Minister said it already, said he don't have to have an opposition. That means he don't want an opposition. He's disrespectful.
And that is why he believes he can disrespect Mr. Golden by saying Mr. Golden should meet with Delroy Truck.
That is why from the other day, just as we everything, you don't see them wave campaign that Mark Golden to leave and make the man take over. They are the one that was pushing it, because they're afraid of Mark.
I don't think they're the one was pushing that. I think there was a radio station who started it, though, not really them.
Yes, but you see, from them started. You see how it spread? Fast and like lightning. And nothing was like that. It wasn't true. It wasn't true. But they're seeking a way to bring down Mark. But Mark is there to stay. Them can't get him down. Because of God put him down, him have to stay there.
But it would be stupid of the People's National Party. Because you don't win an election, you're going to change the leader. When it was 2 million people eligible to vote. And out of that 2 million is what 30 to 40% of the people vote. So why would you be blaming Mr. Golden for that?
Well, I don't think it was the People's National Party doing it. It is the other side, because that is what they wanted.
Hold on there. I'm not saying that the PNP was it. I'm just saying it would be stupid if the PNP.
Of course, we could never be so stupid. Yeah. No. So, Mr. Jeffrey, you're doing a program, and you will get good and you will get bad.
Oh, yeah.
You just have to live with the good, so as to live with the bad. Don't pay them no mind, those who are coming with the negativity. You understand? To get you upset. We want you to stay there with a clear mind, a fresh brain. We don't want you to be las casas. Let them go on. Okay?
All right, Miss Philadelphia.
So you have a good night.
Thank you very much. Have a great weekend, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Thanks very much. There you go. One of my audience listeners there, Miss Philadelphia. Let me get in contact with Miss P. Because I haven't heard from her in a while. I'm trying to figure out if she's all right. Miss P?
Yes, Jeffrey. Good night. Good night, you listen. Me there class now.
Yeah, there class. Me not hear from you. I wonder if you are, because you're not able to talk.
Yeah, we talk up there, but we talk. Me going set something straight, you know.
Yes, go ahead.
Listen me. Jamaican people and people in diaspora. Mark Golden was brought up with manners, respect. Andrew Wallace did not. And do not expect Mark Golden to go down at the gutter politics with Andrew Wallace. Andrew Wallace is very disrespectful. But Mark chest played him, checkmate him, how you call it, every time he step out. And it look bad upon him. No, the parliament just opened. You don't expect the opposition to come out yet. Because up till now, we don't have a sitting at the parliament. Good. It was only orientation or what they call it. Okay? Andrew Wallace and in cabinet is in dire problem. They're afraid of Mark Golden because what Mark Golden is doing is using the Constitution and he's doing it the right and lawful way. Okay? See Andrew Wallace can tell Mark Golden to go meet with Chuck. That is disrespectful. That's why I nearly my driving in Kafu. People say in that weak jelly back man. Because you are the Prime Minister and you're supposed to meet with the opposition as previously with persons who were there before Uno. And you know, you're the only one we are going to invite the opposition leader to speak with their junior. That is disrespectful. And I don't expect Mark Golden to go down in a Andrew because the only thing Andrew Holness have is a big empty drum. Pure nice. If you look around Mr. Holness, you have some people who are help bring him down because they have no class, they have no nothing. them take up the Bible and swear that they will hold the Constitution. Look at what Marlon Morgan put out against the doctor. Not knowing the Constitution. Lambert Brown African tell we the Constitution. And for those who know already. Come on, people. The reason why WAS never make honors can to where the people them say is because they were jumpy. Mark Golden and I jumpy thing, you know. Him just a use when he use and taking time and do what have to do. No, when it come to Mrs. Wallace and the throne, Miss Wallace never take away herself. Nobody never to take her away. Nobody never take her away. They are going to take with themselves. Because anyway you take it, the report have to read. And if they are clean, they are good. But if they are not, what will happen? All you think the IC are going to wait for them for table it. All them are going on, there's a breaking news, it's alleged that they say them FID are calling more to help them. So that means to say them put a man in a chair where they don't know nothing about certain things. He might call more and I call different people. See them are go down there. So all you see them are run up and down. Them is like a bird without a head. So Jamaican people, God work in a mischievous way. Yes, we did not win the election, but as country them we don't win. Let's just sit down and watch the tides go. Because there's a God, and if you people believe in God, just give God time. Because he's here 1,000 years in himself, it's like an even God.
Indeed.
The worst thing is to when you build up your own fire and drop in it. Nobody make it. And you make it and you drop in it. You don't want that. If you look around in the country, some mysterious death has happened. Even with this judge lady. To me, it not sit well with me. Okay, you know why?
Something went wrong.
Something went wrong, and you know why? And the next thing where I look, man, whenever a person involved in something ordinary Jamaican, then you know, hear say the wife of or the husband of, and his name is so and so, and he works here. So all you hear about the judge, spouse, husband, common law, whatever, you only hear say common law. You know, hear who him, what working do, where he come from. You know, somebody dead, you know. This is a case where somebody dead. And the statement that I read is what the man gave to the police. And in no circumstances, not in your dog you have your yard, you're going to keep him for 14 hours till he's dead. You don't tell we say, I can't go help you take her to the hospital.
Hold on, Miss B. I never read it.
Yeah.
I never read it. I am just hearing about it now. Wait, it's saying about.
I can tell you where to go and get it. And it's a no where they over, let me tell you, the overweight lonesome, the report that he gave down to the doctor name who passed the lady dead is on the report. That the policeman right. The doctor name is O. Mackenzie of Falmouth Hospital. And the lady pronounced dead 7:18 p.m.
So he
the gentleman.
So the husband who said have her for how much hours?
Over 14 hours as gone to where him right and we tell the police right. Say 5 o'clock he wake her up, invite her to go walk, and then she not come out, and him one go and walk, and when he come back she never open the door, and you go and read, and he make breakfast, and him clean up the after the final way must go to the bathroom.
So what I know?
Good.
He sleep at the house too?
Well, the sleeping part never spell out in there, so I don't know. But him saying we are up pick up because of what they usually do. We walk a morning time. But if you want a better sense of it, get to Wayne Lonesome making video. I go back go look on Wayne Lonesome show. It is there.
But
and down to the policeman who take the statement, his name is there. The doctor who
No,
pronounced the
don't get me wrong, Miss P. I believe, but I'm just saying to myself, if my memory serves me correctly, judges are protected by the protective services. So how is that she never?
Yes, and then one part I'd say something about sick leave and the CPO pick up a thing. Go look things for yourself. It is there. And then now, the Bar Association I go put out say people the privacy is at stake, or date of birth and this and that. Somebody dead. When you dead, there is no more privacy about age, because if me dead now, you're going to see them put up my name.
Yeah,
and when me born, with school me go, and what my pick me have, and whatever, don't it?
That's true, but I think there is something with the judges of Jamaica or some judicial thing. I'm not sure. I'm gonna call somebody and find, but I think there is some privacy law when it comes on to them.
Well, if the privacy law was there, them write it and the statement where them put out. The lady name, the date of birth, and and down to the man, and say the man born, and say the man of 47 and the man born 1976. Which way for born 1976 or 49.
So in other words, it's a young stallion she have.
Right.
Oh.
So people are fool. And what is happening in this country now? People been taking people for fool like a Baccalam days. Baccalam days are all done.
True.
And back to we come to the parliament. Listen to people. We are Jamaican. We are Christian-minded people. We believe in God. You have a few ways, you know it go already. And over the time, you have Muslim coming out with territory, Judaism or whatever. But overall, Jamaica is a Christian country. We believe in God and the true and living God. The God who created the heaven and the earth. Just give him time to do his work. God, from the thing is not of God, it must come down.
True.
Please. So when the parliament settle down and everybody go to parliament and ready, something have to be done. It might be a bombshell. But I don't think it's a bombshell to people like me and you, because we are expected. But make we see where it go happen. When it comes to the $1.4 million boss, it a go talk. But everything can done one time, it a go talk. You have to come up with some receipt or some what you call it in another one day. The papers them or you get the bus. It have to come up. And when I'm talk again about Mark Bolin to resign, we have 14 seats, and now we have 28. We have 29, and then take the ones for them fight two box. When them the box award, them the box to null and five. But again, we say, God is on the job. So let's not give up. Have faith. Believe in a God. Believe in a Mother Earth. Once, Jeffrey, I know. Once you do things that is wrong, you are going to get paid. And you do things that is right, you are going to get paid. But to me, we just cannot wait to sit back and
corruption in any shape or form. We're going to highlight it. We talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents
and tickle. They will never be happy. Can't be happy. The parliamentary bench coming to them like when you talk courage and catch people. And that happening up on the labor right side. Courage over there. And then they make them want to courage because of power and money. And then they create them one thing, so them are going to drop in it.
True.
All right, Mark Bolin cannot do more than what he do. Mark Bolin sit down here and he's doing the thing by the Constitution, what you swear to uphold. Until the Constitution is changed. You notice every time it's a whole this and feel something in God, in jump left a Constitution and find yourself in that trouble. Imagine you got court 17 times and you lose 17 times because what? You have go over the Constitution. What more people could I want?
Yes, Miss B.
Just sit back, man, and watch the salvation of God, man. Every morning I put up every hour, call upon God. Because God now gonna make trust you what happen. The majority of we suffer and we picnic. No.
Indeed.
Because for you serve a true and living God.
Indeed.
Remember, not come easy, no. Just have patient, man.
Yes.
Sure.
All right, Miss P. Thanks much for calling in.
Yeah, but when you call me, I'll be here, but you're not sure.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. Thanks much.
Yeah, man.
All right. This is where we're going to say so long for tonight. I want to say thank you all for calling in. Thank you all for being a part of this program. If I offend anybody in any way, I apologize. I sincerely apologize to anyone who you think I may offend you by trying to explain certain things. I do apologize to you. And for my good friend who called in, I apologize to you also if I offended you in any way. My sincere apology. I want to say thank you all for coming on. Thank you all for being a part of this program. Remember to go and visit our website, shikasbeauty.reman.com. Now, reman.com. So it's shikasbeauty.reman.com. shikasbeauty.reman.com. Go there and purchase your beauty supply if you're interested to do so. I want to say thank you all for being a part of the program. Thanks to Senator Lambert Brown for coming on. Thanks for the calls. Thanks for the criticisms. Thanks for everything that make this program possible. I want to say thanks to all those in the chat room. Oh, she's not married. Okay, I thought she was married. She's not married. And I see Sam put in the chat room. Why these lawyers and judges love these young boys? Sam, leave people alone. I want to say thank you all very much. Thank you all very much. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Until you hear my voice again, may God bless you. May God bless our island home, Jamaica land we love. And remember, Mr. Rattigan will be on. He's just taking some breaks. He is coming back. As I said before, all of us have a little personal issues to deal with that we have to our business and so forth. And we'll come back on to speak and educate the Jamaican people some more. I want to say thank you all very much, and thank you all for coming on the program. Thank you all for being a part of the program. May God bless you, and may God bless our island home, Jamaica land we love. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. And also remember to go over to shikasbeauty.reman.com. All right? Thank you all very much. God bless you. Have a great night and have a great weekend. Until you hear my voice again, come Monday. Good night, everybody.
As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad of the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad of the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents Yard and Broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation.
As I come off air, I just got two things right here from Senator Lambert Brown and one from my good friend Sam. Thank you very much, Senator Brown. It is the IC Oversight Committee that Warmington walked out of. It was the Parliament Oversight of the IC Committee, not the PAC. Thank you so much. And as I said, I apologize sincerely. As I said, I'm stand to be corrected. I apologize sincerely. It is the Parliament Oversight of the IC Committee. So I get two corrections here, one from Sam and one from Senator Lambert Brown. I didn't see Senator Brown. Senator Brown came in before, so Sam. Thank you very much, Senator Brown. And thank you so much, Sir Sam, for both of you correcting me on this. And I apologize to everyone if I offended anyone with this one. Thank you all very much for coming on. God bless you.
No upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents Yard and Broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents Yard and Broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents Yard and Broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents Yard and Broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents Yard and Broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon, nobody's not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody's not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody's not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Make we talk.